There's a lot of good business ideas, especially if you want to be self-employed. The thing that you want to look at though is what are the trends doing? Why are they becoming trends? But you don't want to stay on the trends, because if you build your business off of trends, you're going to have that hype and then it's going to fall. So you want to be able to go into business in a consistent business market. So if you're trying to figure out what is a good business idea, you want to be able to be in a niche or a market where the industry is going to be well occupied by consumers. You have longevity and you're going to be able to have your time to not just compete, but dominate the market space, get to the next level and operate at that 7-8 figure level and beyond. You know, 6 figures in online business or operate in a 6-figure business really this year, going into next year, it's not really that hard to do. You want to be able to get to that 8-figure level and beyond and be able to accumulate assets that generate you cash flow. So if you're trying to figure out like what a good business idea is, it's in a market where you can compete and then you can dominate, you can be the industry, and the industry's not gonna go away. Gonna talk to you about what I believe to be good business ideas going into 2020 and what I believe to be good business that's gonna allow you to sustain and maintain and scale up. What up guys, my name is Ben Oberg. If you're brand new to the channel, appreciate you in advance before we even get into this video. Appreciate you taking the time to be on here. A little bit about myself. I'm 26, I don't have a college degree. I've done over $50 million in sales, and I know it looks like I have a fancy watch. It is, but unfortunately, it's out of battery right now. So it is an inoperable watch. Shouldn't even have it on. Just wanted to do it for the YouTube video, right? Do it for the gram. So business ideas. Look, if you look at every business idea, every business that's been really successful, let's say in the last decade, okay? Bezos started working on e-commerce before e-commerce was e-commerce. He was chilling in a garage in 1991, trying to figure out, well, what if computers exist and we can sell books online? Richest man in the world now. Another great business idea is what Pablo Escobar did, except he's dead and I don't recommend that you start dealing drugs on a global scale. I would not do that. But the point is, pioneers of the industry, they thought of massive ideas and worked on it for decades to get it to become successful. Now, I'm not saying you necessarily have to do that, but the amount of time between the production of what it takes to do your business and the consumption on the consumer's end is how long it will actually take to be able to create that money, okay? Production plus consumption equals money. How much content and what type of content do you have to produce and get it consumed by consumers, and how much do they have to consume to get to that level of income that you want to get to? Uber, multi-billion-dollar business idea. Airbnb, multi-billion-dollar business idea. Coca-Cola, multi-billion-dollar business idea, okay? You need to think bigger, stop micronizing it, if that's even a word, and start thinking, okay, what do I have knowledge about? What do consumers face issues with in that area, and is that market big? If you are a Beanie Baby restorer and you literally restore Beanie Babies and that's what you're knowledgeable about, you need to maybe find a different niche. The best businesses and the best business ideas are based off of a market that is massive, that they can apply a solution to. You need to have a massive market and be able to apply a solution to it. Now that solution may be a product, it may be a service, it may be continuity, it may be a service or a software you provide for $27, $67, $97, $597 a month. It might be informational, where you have your own course and you are teaching your knowledge that they otherwise could not get in college, and they definitely couldn't get it for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. They'd have to pay for, I don't know, $35,000 a year and go through all this bullshit prerequisites and basic training bullshit, okay? So what I'm saying is, if you're sitting here going, what are the best business ideas? I'm not gonna give you, oh, number 1, try this. Number 2, do this. Number 3, e-commerce. Number 4, do this. Number 5, start selling underwear. Number 6, get into the stock market. Number 7, dabble in real estate. No, if you're like thinking that right now, I'm telling you, and it is no discredit to you, but you need to change your mindset and the way you look at business. You can't just go, oh, Google or YouTube says this is a good idea, I'm gonna do it. Okay, that it's not as fundamentally basic with that as that. Okay, it's fundamentally simple, but it's not that. Don't start going, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do print on demand t-shirt. Don't, please don't, please. All right, don't do that. What do you have knowledge in? What is the current problem in that market space right now that's not being solved or it's being solved poorly? That's a good business idea. Go after that. Do that. Combine that with something you kind of like. You maybe enjoy a little bit. You like the process. You like the thing you're doing. That's a lethal business idea, okay? A good business idea has a big market and allows you to offer a product or service that solves that market's problem. A good business idea has a big market and allows you to have a product or service that solves that market's problem. All right, rewind that if you need to hear it 3 or 4 more times. A lethal business idea has a big market and allows you to introduce a good or a product or a service to solve that market's problem. And it's something that you have a certain level of interest in and you might kind of enjoy it, because when the going gets tough, a lot of people quit. This will keep you going if you have an expressed level of interest or investment into it. Money, time, energy, things like that. That's a good business idea. That's a lethal business idea. And that's the way I want you to look at business. Now, the next thing that I want to be able to talk to you about is, the niche, because that's very important. If the niche is based off of a fad, it will go away. You will go out of business. Smash the like button if you haven't already done so. And once again, make sure to subscribe. I got a bunch of goodies going to be talking about towards the end of this video here in just a little bit. But next, we need to talk about business niche, okay? Information is a huge trend. Having the right information allows you to get paid more, okay? Think about this. There are colleges teaching marketing that don't know anything about Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Instagram ads, retargeting, Facebook pixel, creating lookalike audiences, winning campaigns, email marketing, open rates, click-through rates. They don't know anything about that, but they're charging $40,000 per year. And the professor teaching it makes $70,000 per year. There's no business in that. You're learning from an employee who's a modest middle class. And you're getting your business degree from them, your economics, your marketing degree. That's a scam. That is what we call a scam. An exchange of value amounting to little or nothing. That's a bad route to go down. Who are the people in your industry doing 10, 20, $100 million a year? Those are the people I would study their success, what they were doing when stuff started looking like this for them. They were going along so long and then it went up. I would study that activity right in this area. I'd figure out what was it that they were doing that, not this, not what they're doing when they reach cruising altitude, but on the way up, what happened there? You can't do that from a professor. Everything's linear. Well, I make 70K a year, 70K, 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 and I teach you business, and but I've never done any of that, okay? That's the problem there. You need to identify what's your business niche. What I can tell you is that information pays. The higher the level of information that you have, the better that you can put it into context and transcribe and distribute it, the more you're gonna be able to get paid. People pay for information. FBI does it all the time. Government does it all the time. Central Intelligence does it all the time. Governments from different countries do it to other governments of other countries to get intel on them. It happens all the time. They pay big, they bribe, they kill for information. And I'm not a conspiracist saying US government, Russian government, this, that. It's just a point I'm making, all right? The greater the information that you possess that ultimately leads to people being able to hit 6, 7, 8, 9-figure levels, the more you're gonna get paid. That's why Elon Musk is a very rich human being, for figuring out how to make space travel repeatable. That is why when you think electric car, you think Tesla, and Tesla is run by Elon Musk, okay? E-commerce, you think Bezos. Social media, you might think Zuckerberg, all right? They had a niche with a major demand. They created the product, the service, and they got paid, all right? That's what I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying go be the next Facebook, the next Amazon, the next Google. What I'm saying is don't be so micro. Don't think so small. Don't accept 100K a year. Don't accept $1 million. It's actually quite a small number in the grand scheme of things. It's quite a small number. You can't get rich off $1 million. You can't have affluence. You can't have prosperity. Okay, you can't have wealth off of $1 million, $100,000. That's not what happens. Okay, you've got to be able to build your business to the point where it's working for you, you're not working for it. That is a good business idea, okay? And you get to the point where you're starting to get into affluence, you're starting to get in that prosperity mode, and now you're able to make investments, place your money, your time, your energy, where it creates leaps and bounds instead of little baby steps. You're able to do this here, it moves a mountain. A couple years before that, you did this, and maybe it would blow the seeds off of a dandelion, right? That's it, guys. So if you're trying to think, what's a good business idea? Good business idea is where there's a big market and the products or services that are being offered in that market are not occupying that space. They're in the space, but they're not occupying. They're still, if you have a big market where consumers are still not finding the solution to their problems, that's the market you go into. Combine that with a niche that you have a certain express level of interest in, that's a lethal business idea. Now you needed to figure out, do I develop a product, a service? Are you going to be teaching? Are you going to have a software? Are you going to have a physical product that you ship and have a distribution center? What is that? Maybe you have all of it. Maybe there's room to be able to not only teach, but have a back end sort of continuity where you have a subscription-based thing. Maybe there's a software sort of angle involved in there. Don't know, okay? Maybe you have a physical product. Maybe it's all of it. Figure out what that is. That is good business to go after. Don't get into the top 10 business ideas. Are you really gonna base what you do in business off of some video that you watched for 5 minutes telling you the top 10 business ideas of 2019 or 2020, and then decide, oh, I'm gonna pick number 3 based off of something or some entity of information teaching you that? You're gonna roll with that? You're gonna make your entire business decision basically solely based off of that you found from a blog that posted that video, and the blog owner isn't even at 6, 7, 8 figures? All right? Go back to the drawing board. There's no top 10 business ideas. It'd be different for everybody, all right? And based on what, okay? You gotta have a major demand. You gotta have consumers in that market that still don't have their problems solved, all right? If a wheel was a square, it didn't solve very many problems until it became a circle, all right? But even now, there are tire manufacturers that develop better tires and better tires and better tires year after year after year after year after year, because they're always optimizing. Just because there are people or companies offering a product or service in that market that are doing well, how much better could it be? How much better could they do? How much better could you do? How could you blow them out of the water? That is the right business idea to walk into the rest of this year in 2020 with. Those are lethal business ideas. Ben Oberg here. Make sure you subscribe. Have questions, drop in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video.